You shout it out, but I can't hear a word you say. I'm talking loud, not saying much. Like a lot of Yoruba people. Oh! I went there. Yesterday when I was out, when they played penalty, and I started dancing, I was just like, damn, I have to marry a Yoruba man, because like, I can't like imagine my life without like Yoruba music. I forgot that you're actually on FaceTime. I thought we were like on thingy, on the regular phone. Oh, you can't see. I was going to say hi. Like we can just all see up your nose. Oh my god, so sexy, guys. This is my forever picture right here. This is what I'm going to live with for the rest of my life. Yeah. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I feel like I haven't done like a freestyle conversation video in a while, so I want to talk to you guys about something that has been on my mind lately. I think when you have a lot of female friends, or you have like a lot of female followers, you tend to see, because women are so expressive about things that go through our minds, which I think is amazing. But you tend to see a lot of things that people talk about, and it almost triggers you to remember situations that you've been in. So something that I've been seeing a lot lately, and my best friend Iman posted something concerning this topic, and it basically said sometimes the person that you love doesn't deserve you. What do you think about that, babe?
It definitely applies to a lot of situations.
Yeah. It's not a female thing, obviously. It's definitely not a female thing, much like a lot of experiences are not purely to one gender. But I do feel like there seems to be a running theme of like women settling for less than they deserve. A few years back, I don't want to keep on like I don't want to seem like I've only had one bad experience. I've had several bad experiences with men. I definitely can relate to being in a situation where you care deeply about somebody, and it's obvious that the person doesn't deserve you because they keep on doing things that you would not expect somebody to do if they cared about you. I feel like that is a big trigger. When I see things like that, or when I hear things like that and hear other girls complaining about it, I find it so relatable. Honestly, I feel like the biggest thing for a lot of girls is that when you are into something, like be it a relationship or a friendship or something, you tend to forget your worth just because this person is not putting in a conscious effort to show your worth, and whether or not we want to accept it. A lot of times we base our worth or our value on what other people tell us our value is, or what other people show us our value is. It's kind of like this. If you go out with a 1,000 naira bill and you go to the market, you can probably buy 10 things. But if you go out with 1,000 naira bill and you go to Dunes and you can only buy one thing, Dunes is like a supermarket, by the way, like a luxury, like air quotes here, luxury supermarket, and you buy only one thing, it's kind of like, it shows that they have different values. It's still worth 1,000 naira. Whatever you're buying is still worth 1,000 naira, but the value to you in Dunes is different from the value to you in the market. It's kind of the way that you are when you're in a relationship or in a friendship or anything. And I feel like it's so important to constantly remind yourself, just because we're so affected by what other people do. No matter how much of a hard guy, because I can attest, I can speak for all the tough girls, in quotes, once again, air quotes, the girls that are the tough cookies. I can speak for all of us when I say that no matter how hard you seem on the outside, there are things that people can do to you that break you down completely, but you will never let them know. I have found that the most important thing for me is to constantly remind myself that I am worth something. To constantly remind myself that my value is, you have to remind yourself that in that situation you're being undervalued. So one, you have to actually not be in that situation anymore. Do what you can to not be in that situation anymore, and it's easier said than done. Because if this is like a friendship, if you've been friends with this girl for like 10 years and all of a sudden you're realizing that she's just treating you like a doormat, meanwhile there are other people there that are begging for your friendship, there are other people that are like, that have giving you more value than the person that you've been with, or you've hung out with, or you've been friends with 10 years, for 10 years, you first have to acknowledge the fact that this person does not see your value. And then you have to remove yourself from the situation, because whether or not you like it, the people that you spend time with will determine your value to a certain extent. Everybody's on this self-love journey. Everybody's on this self-everything journey. You really think, like in your heart of hearts, there's a part of you that legitimately thinks that people's opinions do not bother you anymore. But people's opinions will probably always bother you to an extent. My advice would be to make sure that you're around the right people. Because if you're around the right people, then they will have positive opinions concerning things that you do that are positive, and negative opinions concerning things that you do that are negative. But they will see your worth and they will see your value. And the days that you need to be reminded, which can happen, because I mean, no man is an island at the end of the day. The days that you need to be reminded of your worth, there will be people around you that can remind you. It's a situation where majority of times women do feel undervalued in relationships, like boy-girl relationships. And so, like, it could be something as simple as the guy is just a dick and he doesn't understand, like, he doesn't know your value in general. There's that. There's also situations where it's possible that you have not told somebody how you want to be treated, or you're not acting in a way that would give you the respect that you deserve. So a lot of the times it's not just about checking the person. Sometimes it boils down to checking you. Once you have that energy about you, once you know your value and you know your worth, you will tend to attract the people that respect your value and have enough sense to actually maintain the value that you've set to yourself. Because sometimes you find yourself compromising even without knowing that that's what you're doing. It's not always about somebody treating you like shit from the beginning. Sometimes people treat you amazingly well in the beginning, and then as time goes along, all of a sudden you notice that, you know, you now have to accept the things that ordinarily you would not have accepted, and you find yourself losing yourself. And to an extent, I do believe in compromise, but there gets to a point where the compromise is so harmful to yourself and to your mental health and to your self-worth and to your self-awareness journey that you just kind of have to pull back. Somebody will put you down so much. Somebody will do something to you that you're just like, wow, is this me? That is probably the point in time that you start picking yourself up, start reaffirming things. I love Ella from Unveil on YouTube. Something really important that, why are you looking at? Oh, I need you to like pause your video because I don't think I can talk while I can see your face, okay? But she told me that she has like apps that like prompt her at different points in time during the day and say things that are positive. Because it's so, you would be surprised how easy it is to forget how important you are as an individual. You'd be surprised how easy it is to forget that your feelings matter. A lot of people make you feel like your feelings don't matter, and sometimes it's not intentional, but you need to do your own part and remind yourself how important you are. You have to remind yourself that you are wonderfully and prayerfully made, because at the end of the day, no matter how many affirmations you do, no matter how much you say it, if you're not saying it with anything to back it up, aka the Bible, to back it up, then you're probably just going to keep going around in the same circle over and over again and never finding somewhere to perch. If you are a girl right now, or even a guy that feels like you're not getting what you deserve, I think it's time for you to kind of flip the script and figure out, like, put something out there into the world that will get you what you deserve. Don't wait for people to change, or don't wait for people to realize how amazing you are. Like, be proactive. Anytime I think about things like this and I put down my feelings, I find myself actually going back the days that I need it. Going back the days that I need it and watching it back and kind of reminding myself, because everybody needs to be reminded at the end of the day. I'm so thankful that I stay in my lane. I'm so thankful that I know what my lane is, and I am the champion of my own lane, because I feel like that's something that a lot of people struggle with. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for constantly supporting my channel, my blog, and everything else in between. And yeah, I will talk to you guys in my next video. Before I leave, do not forget, even after everything I've said, I know it was a long video, but at the end of it all, do not forget that you are sugar, you are spice, and you are bomb ass jollof rice. Words to live by, guys. Words to live by.